I want to create 2 open shelving spaces here. These are going to be cabinet doors so we can open and shut actually enclosed cabinetry, so we won't be able to see what's inside them. But I thought a couple of cute open shelves above the sink here where that gold faucet's going to be would be really cute. But rather than using any scrap wood or using new wood, which is going to cost me money, I have 2 of these very standard IKEA shelving units that come, I have 2 of them, and they come with this sort of like wall bracket to be able to put in the post. The problem is this is longer than the space that I need it. And because these are kind of like a hollowed out shelf, I'm going to try and see if I can shorten it on both sides enough to be able to still make the bracket work, to put one on top of each other on that space up there, giving me 2 shelves. So first off, I have to measure exactly how big my space is to see if this is even possible. 35 and a quarter. 35 and a quarter. And I believe these are 48. 5 and a quarter. That still leaves me with a little bit of this thickness that I think is attached to the shelf, which isn't hollow. So I'm gonna cut those off. I'm not using these for anything, so if it doesn't happen to work, I'm not gonna be sad if I ruin this. They're kind of dinged up and they need a paint job anyways, so we're gonna go with it. These won't be completely hollow. I can't see in there. I don't see any metal or anything, so. Okay. Well, if you're ever wondering what's inside one of these IKEA lac shelves, it's cardboard. It's hollow, but it has this cardboard insert on it, which means that this is gonna totally work. I still have the structural integrity of the shelf. I'm gonna do the same thing to the other side. I just removed 4 inches of the chunk on this side, and then 4 inches on that side will give me the length that I need to be able to make that bottom shelf. So I don't have this adhered yet, but this is essentially where the shelf is gonna go. I'm gonna move it down about another 1/2 inch so that it's perfectly level with the cabinets that are there. And then I think what I'll do is go up about 16 inches and then put the second shelf. You won't see the shelves on the inside of this unless you open them, so it doesn't matter if they're exactly at the same level as that. So I'm gonna go and get the second shelf all cleaned up and then cut that one as well, since that worked.
Such a wonderful delight. Forgo, give up everything that I own. Yeah, I'd give it all up now just to be with you somehow. Unexpected love was found. You're the
So good. Okay.
And it shows if I'm honest. You're the leaves in mid-August, and I've come out here to say that I love you. Ooh, ooh, you, ooh.
Now I have 2 open shelves that will be above the sink. And remember we have that beautiful gold faucet and the hardware that's gonna go there. And the cabinets underneath are going to be white with the gold hardware. So I think once that's all painted and the putty is all done and everything, that's gonna look really good. And I'm gonna have a lot of options for storage, like I said, closed or open. Okay, so I have everything ready and completed for the shelving in the cabinets that are in this space now for the pantry. Unfortunately, yesterday while we were gone for Philip's appointment, we were expecting that we would have a delivery for the wood that was going to be used for the doors and the backers for the cabinets, so I could progress with the last of the messy building that will take place in this room. Unfortunately, they didn't deliver it. So I called this morning. I'm trying to figure out when is it coming? Why didn't it come? another little setback. One of the biggest things we've had problems with renovating this old house is that when we order supplies, they are always delayed. We're rural, but we're not that rural where things should be as delayed as they are. So I know that world issues have played a part in it. I think there's a lot of different factors, but it's so disappointing when you've ordered something and they call and confirm the scheduled delivery and then it doesn't arrive. So minor setback, hopefully it arrives in a day or so and I can figure that out today. But I wanna show you kind of where we're at in the pantry. So what I'm doing now is these upper cabinets need doors. I have all of the putty all done all the way here, but I was honestly so tired the other night from everything we've been doing to finish up along this edge. So I wanna tackle that today. Lack shelves that we did from IKEA that we did a little hack on, and we were able to get them to fit into that place. So I'm really happy with that. So I have a bunch of cleanup in here to do, and I think because the backer and the door things are delayed. But what I wanna do today is see if I can tackle bringing the countertops that we need for this pantry room into this space. They're upstairs in one of the bedrooms that we haven't utilized yet, that doesn't have walls, sort of in a storage spot. We've been putting some of the renovation things that were boxed up that we hadn't accessed yet. Problem is, they're 8 feet long and they're incredibly heavy. I don't know if you remember the video where I went to IKEA and loaded everything from IKEA into the back of the trailer. I could barely get them off of the cart and into the actual trailer that we picked them up in. And so I'm hoping that I can muster up enough might today to get those from the upstairs. I need to get them down the stairs. Once they're down the stairs, I can kind of like roll them on a little cart into the pantry room here. And then I should be good to go and I can cut them in this space. Okay, fingers crossed I can do this. Let's go, girl power. Yes! Got it. Whew. All right, let's get our bearings again. Then we'll cut it to size to get it into that space. So in terms of budget for the countertops, these were less than $100 at IKEA for an 8-foot sheet. So that is a really inexpensive and really budget-friendly way to be able to do countertops. They're not quartz or granite or anything like that, but that's okay. They look the part, honestly. And I really think that just keeping it like the really box squared edges and really minimalist looking is going to give me the look that I'm looking for in the end for this laundry pantry space. I think it looks so nice. I'm excited. Okay, so now, even though it's super hot, I'm kind of on a roll and I want to get the wood put together for the actual enclosure that we're doing for the secret hideaway for this ugly box freezer that's going to be in this space. I already have the wood cut, so I'm going to assemble it, and then we can get puttying, sanding, and painting this space to get ready for doors. Oh my gosh, we are in literally the home stretch as soon as the door would arrive. When cutting this countertop, I made sure to put that the end that had the capping on it was going to be at the part where you'd be able to see it in the room. And then I put the cut end against the wall. That way I don't need to put one of those seams on the end. I will have to put a seam on one of the ends for the either side of the freezer here, but that's okay because the countertop did come with one seam end.